All right, well, welcome back to Hamilton Life, everyone. How are you with managing your money and your debt? I think it's like something like most people are in about $40,000 debt, and that's after your mortgage. This doesn't even include that. So, Anthony, we love having you on now because as my voice cracks here today, I'm having a tough time with my voice and speaking today.
Might be the weather.
It must be the weather. But this is so important because we do have debt. There's no doubt about it. Some of us have more debt than others, but we don't know what to do about it and how to get that debt down. So you're going to take us through some steps that'll help us do that.
Exactly. Thanks, Linda. When winter comes along and you see a snowman, I want you to remember this idea that I'm explaining today.
Okay.
So
I love this photo.
This program, and this is what we want to do. The concept of this plan is that debt is easy to get into. I wish my grass grew as well as debt does, right? But it kind of snowballs very quickly, and you have too many payments, too much debt, and how do you go about getting rid of it? This is a great exercise, like a workout program for your debt. So it's called the Snowball Debt Reduction System, and basically what you want to do is, first of all, face all of your debt head on. Okay. A lot of us have lots of different credit card bills, but we just deal with them one at a time. We never actually take a snapshot or a step back and look at the big picture of how much debt are we really in, how much is our interest, what are interest rates, what are the payments, and what we do is we take all that debt and we put it into an organized system.
So here you've got the name of the debt, whether it's a credit card, a department store, or your line of credit, and then you've broken it down in these columns.
Yeah, so here's a simple chart that you can do with a pad of paper. You don't need a computer, you don't need a printer. You can do it on a pad of paper or on a computer, but really, or I can provide it to you for free. What you do is you get this chart where you want to list down some key information, what the balance is of your debt, what the interest rates are, what the minimum payments. A lot of the lines of credit cards, they offer a minimum payment or you can pay something above that. And often people try to pay a little bit extra randomly on different debts as they come in throughout times of the month. What we try to do is we look at how much you're overspending voluntarily and we pool that together like we're going to build a snowman. We pull it together like we're making a snowball.
Okay.
And we add that concentration of all of the extra payments that you're voluntarily paying extra on your debt. We concentrate it and we focus it on a priority system. The way that we're going to start, which debt are we going to focus on paying off first, is based on the smallest balance. The reason why we want to really accelerate all the extra payments on the smallest balance is so we can get a quick win under our belt.
Okay, so smallest balance rather than, because I would look at this and I would think it would be where the interest is. Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's like a workout program. If you started a workout program and it took you a year to finally notice losing 10 pounds, you'd probably get discouraged and give up.
You'd be bummed out.
You would, totally. So what we want to do is get a quick win under our belt. So instead of just poking at the debt at a little bit of extra payment here, 50 bucks extra, that one, we're going to pool that money together. We're going to focus on the smallest balance first, pay that right off. Then we'll take all of that, once that debt is completely paid off, we don't go back to spending that money and think we got some $200 extra to go back to spending. We take that and we carry it over to the second priority and the third and the fourth, and we go on until all of your debt's paid off and you got basically a snowball size payment.
Which would feel really good to get the debt down. Why do you think that we seem so comfortable with having all of this debt? Because really, when you talk to most people, they don't really worry about it. And I look at it and think, I'd be a little stressed out.
It has been, there's so many people that are in debt that it's become the norm. It's almost like it's I don't know if we're going to look back at this stage 30 years from now like we do bell-bottom pants, you know. It just happens to be in fashion. Right now, in the 50s, people were much more disciplined with their money, and it was fashionable to have all of your ducks in a row. Nowadays, it's such a laid-back society, everyone seems to be okay with dragging along that debt. And it really is a big hurdle that stops a lot of people from saving far more than they could. If you imagine switching your debt payments over to your savings payments, if that could be flipped. Most people are doing $100 a month into their RSPs. It's a good start, but it's not going to really do much for you, you know, 30
and anymore,
years
I mean, most of us, are, you know, in the next generations, you're going to have to be figuring out your own way to pay your retirement because there's going to be no money coming from anywhere else.
Yeah, I think they're going to be depending on inheritance, hopefully making up the gap.
Yeah, which, you know, if you speak to a lot of people now, they're like, no, I'm going to enjoy my money while I'm here. You have to make your own. That's a whole other topic of conversation.
It is.
But one thing I think would be really good for us to go over, because most of us don't have a budget.
Yeah.
Like
How to
Anthony,
organize
we don't figure it out.
Paycheck doesn't come with instructions. How do you go about managing the wants versus the needs?
Yeah, and then how to, put the right amount down on your debt, what you should be saving, and how much you should be paying yourself back, because that's what I hear all the time too. So
this program really has a real bang for your buck, because not only does it help you accelerate and pay off your debt much, much faster, like it cuts the time frame in half when you build and carry on those payments, but it retrains you to form new habits. If you do a consolidation loan to pay off all of the bad spending you've done, usually your habits haven't changed, and you'll wind back up again, recharging all these credit cards again. So now you got the last 2 years of consolidation loans still on your back. You've racked up the cards again because you haven't retrained yourself with how to spend properly. Just by following this chart for a 90-day period, you'll see you're far more focused on how you spend money, because you're going to be thinking, hey, all this extra money that I could be saving could be going towards my snowball payment. And that's really what you want to do. If you carry this on through your personal debt, now take it and switch it over to your mortgage. You can take a 25-year mortgage and you cut it down to 10 years. It's very possible.
Fantastic. Great idea. Love this. I'll look forward to the budget next time around. Right. Anthony, thanks so much for joining us. If you want to get in touch with Anthony, you can do so at AP Financial Group. You can give them a call, 905-297-1179. You can email Anthony at capfinancial.ca or go to capfinancial.ca as well.